You saw me sitting on the park bench. I was down and out, covered in rags. I smelled bad, and I was crying. You took me back to your mansion and showed me pity, nursed me back to health, and we bawled deep into the night. You had very many valuable things at that mansion that your dad had acquired from his expeditions around the world. The next morning, I brought my friend over while you slept, and we robbed you blind of several $1,000s worth of stuff. We then went back to our apartment and ordered hundreds of mail order brides. We used these mail order brides for very utilitarian things. I made a path to the bedroom, a path to the kitchen, and a path to the bathroom of mail order brides so my feet would be comfortable as I walked. I used the mail order brides to dry myself after the shower, and I used a mail order bride's hand, like a fork, to eat food. You came to my house, banging on the door, demanding your money back. I did not know what to do, so I threw several mail order brides at you as you tried to escape. You were running down the street, and I grabbed a tiny Asian mail order bride and chucked it at you like a torpedo. It hit you in the back of the head and killed you, dead on the spot. I took you back to my place, dug a hole in the backyard, and buried you with mail order brides. You were never to be found. The mail order brides then decomposed, and everybody was happy, and nobody knew the difference.
One night, bored with our sex once again in our 2-month relationship, I was growing bored of your red hair. I told you that I read in a men's magazine that if you do nitrous oxide right before you ejaculate, it's like ecstasy rubbing down your face like honey from some kind of beautiful god or some such garbage. I sent you out to go get the nitrous because I didn't want to leave because I like the humidity 100%. It keeps my erection up inside of the room where I was dwelling with an erection where we were going to make love. You went outside to go get some whipped cream to bring back to me. Your man, number one at the time, although I didn't really believe you. You came back with a brand. I told you that this brand was no good as I was reading a comic book and picking my ear because I thought there was wax in it. You went back out, brought back 3 more brands from a different jewel that I thought was more sexy. You said that this brand also, said this brand also was not going to work for me. And so you went downtown, south side, to get some weirdo Ukrainian brand of whipped cream that I never even heard before. By the time you came back, I was trying to exit out the window because I decided that I was too dehydrated and I wanted to get some Gatorade. You grabbed my foot and dragged me back in and raped me right there, spraying the nitrous in my face. My lips turned purple, and it did feel like honey God was dripping down on my face, like some kind of beautiful thing in the whole world that I never felt imagined in the whole universe inside of this moment that we shared together. Granted, I did not like it very much the way you raped me, but it made me feel as if I was the one who was not in control at that time. I did not like that very much, and so I broke up with you later on. I told you it was about differences about religion, which is not the case. It was a lie. You didn't know that. See ya!
That reminds me of this one particular time when I met the girl of my dreams. I thought she was the girl of my dreams. She had everything. She had the body, she had the hips, she had the breasts, beautiful breasts. We got into a fight, a heated argument. I did not like her at this time, for she said some things I did not want to hear. She called me selfish and she called me neurotic. I did not agree with that. So what I did is I went to Costco and bought several pounds of meat, a pile of meat that came up to my waist. I hid in my bedroom and piled the meat up against the door so nobody could get in. I did nothing but push-ups and eating meat. For 3 weeks straight, drinking rainwater out of my window, I got extremely buff. I crawled out of my window and crawled over to her house with a pack of cigarettes in my mouth. I smashed her car with my bare hands and threw a brick through her window. She called the police and I beat them down. I made the evening news and I got arrested. The news reporter came up to me and asked why I did this. And I said I was in love with her, but she cheated on my mentality and she cheated on my morality. I then punched the reporter in the face.